Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Jeanette Biro here. I'm a medium and a channeler. Welcome to your weekday daily card reading where we dive into the cards, see what's in store with a message from Spirit. How are you all doing? Happy Friday. Happy May long weekend if you are celebrating that. Let's see. What's the energy today? Abundance is what I'm hearing. Okay, yeah. So when Spirit said abundance, I said to them, I'm like, yes, that's true. I'm like, but what about those that are suffering? And they said, abundance is in the eye of the beholder. And they don't mean that in an aloof way either of like, no matter what's happening, there's abundance. There are times where life is really hard in various ways. And so there's an energy of respect and appreciation for that, okay? They're saying though, for the sake of this general message, there's a big emphasis on holding on to the things that help you feel the abundance within your life. And therefore, it is in the eye of the beholder. Because when you hold the energy of abundance, you bring more of that in, you draw more of that abundance to you. So there's something to be said for that as your general outlook for your journey. And I hope it makes sense how I'm explaining it. Spirit's like, just pull the cards. Okay, I'll pull the cards. So I'm finishing out the week with the Modern Witch Tarot. Let's see what the messages are in the cards. Okay, one more shuffle here. They're telling me too, they're like, just remember spirit communication is on high. Spirit communication is on high. So lots of spirit communication coming in this weekend too. I find that really interesting. Wow. Okay. This is so cool. Your abundance is in the eye of the beholder. I get it. Now I want to show you all these cards and then we'll speak about it. We have the King of Wands. Notice he's on the throne. We then have the Emperor. Notice the Emperor sits on the throne. And then we have the Strength card where somebody is like basically taming a lion. And I'll show you the other card after. But this is exactly what they're talking about. This throne, this seat of power and position is all based on how you feel about it. That's the important part. This is about your perspective, the eye of the beholder. This is amazing. Wow. Okay, let's break it down. So the King of Wands is really you, regardless of gender. You sitting in a position of power, like you and your powerhouse energy, knowing your worth and knowing what fuels you, what fuels your flame. And the more that you tap into that, the more you sit in this position of power of really being able to co-create the life you want based on your passions and your purpose. And I always say passion and purpose because for some people, they're very passionate about something in like a joy-filled way. Whereas other people are like, I don't feel passion, but I feel a purpose to doing what I do, to creating this, that, or whatever. And so wands really represent that energy within us, that energy that has a fire element frequency to it that pushes you to do something more. And the King of Wands sits on his throne because he's really moved through the energy of helping it narrow into his pinpoint focus. And this is something that's really, really powerful. And you know, it actually, in some ways, leads into what I'm going to be talking about in Cosmic Consciousness on Wednesday night. So if you want to know about how to activate the Stargate portal within you, it's pretty cool. You definitely want to join me there at avalonspirit.com. You can sign up under Cosmic Consciousness because we're going to be talking about some of this here, which is really neat. And so coming back to the card, King of Wands is really in that position of power because if we bring the Emperor now, the Emperor represents somebody who's like, this is major arcana, right? Someone who's mastered all of the different elements, right? So when you master what kind of brings in your passion, purpose, energy, you then get to like step up yet again into this higher throne of power where you really are this like master, manifester of your reality based on all four signs, all four elements. So you know how to bring in energy for your physical reality, for your mental reality, for your spiritual reality, for your heart. right? Like you really are coming into a position where you're recognizing this. And they're showing me that each and every one of you are starting to really recognize these pieces within yourself. What helps you feel powerful in a very beautiful way, not an egoic way, and what hinders that. And as you recognize that more and more, you step into this position of strength. And that strength is you really knowing how to wield your power in a beautiful way, right? Like this woman here in the strength card is in harmony with the lion. She recognizes the power the lion has, which represents the power within her. And the lion can act out of aggression. The lion can act out of defensiveness. It can also be a beautiful boundary and like a strength piece. And it can be docile and loving and safe, right? So this energy of the Emperor is taking that energy of strength and power, passion and purpose, and wielding it in a way that is like really life fulfilling rather than dominating. And that's the power you're stepping into, this life fulfilling energy. And then we have the Nine of Wands. And so this says like, you are really getting there. You're like King of Wands, Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands in many ways is like coming to the end of a journey. And you are coming to the end of a journey in which you get to step up and sit on that throne. Sit in that energy of power and purpose. And this is really a beautiful thing. And so we have these two cards that represent the fire element, that fire, that passion, purpose. And the strength card represents Leo, which is fire energy also. So we have 3 fire energy cards, one with a major arcana, which is really speaking to that passion, purpose in you, that ability to wield the flame. Spirit is saying for bounty rather than burden. And they're showing me like you can use flame to cook, to burn away the old, but you can also get burned by the flame if you don't know how to wield it properly. And you coming into this King of Wands position is meaning you're really getting used to figuring out how you, the individual, works, what you are about, how you hold yourself, what you do for you. And this is a position of power. So Spirit is encouraging you to explore the Emperor energy within you this weekend. Who are you now? Where do you sit now? What are you about? All of this kind of stuff. There's a lot of spirit communication coming in this weekend, so take advantage of it. Step in and see what unfolds for you. It's a powerful weekend of like self-worth. And I think that is so lovely. I love it. All right, everyone, I will leave that with all of you for today. Happy Friday. And again, if you do want to join me for Cosmic Consciousness next Wednesday night, tapping into opening the Stargate portal within you, how we connect the mind, the heart, and the womb space, regardless of gender, to the Stargate within us. It's going to be a good one. So you can sign up at avalonspirit.com. And I hope to see you there. Have a great weekend, everyone.